What's going on, guys? It's me, Drillana Fan 2016 here, and today we have another model plane unboxing video for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. Super excited to unbox this model for today's video, as we got a very special model for my collection to unbox today. So, here's my box right here. This came from Jet Collector. I think I purchased this on a Tuesday, and yeah, I shipped it, like, of course, Jet Collector, they have a very outstanding shipping process, and the customer service is absolutely excellent. And yeah, after I ordered this model, it just came within a few days, and here it is. So, here we go, we're gonna unbox it. So, beyond excited. Now, I think this came out on one of NG's releases, like one of the latest release sets. I think more in particular, the July. I think it's either the July or August, but it's either of those. But I'm assuming it could be like August, I think? I'm not really quite sure, but it's either between like those days. So like those months right there. But I got an exciting model to unbox, and I'm just beyond excited. Or maybe June, I'm not really quite sure. But it's around the summer period is when NG announced this. But I'm overall excited, as I do have a very special aircraft from NG Models. And as you can see, I do have my receipt for my invoice. Should be good, so that should be all set. So without being said, I'm gonna take out all these packing peanuts, and oh boy, here we go. Alright, so as I take them all out, I feel a hardboard, like a box coming out, and as I take it out slowly out of the, well, some of the packing peanuts are spilling, so I'll just put it back. But outside the box, oh man, here we go. Right here, we have the NG Models 1 front-end scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the California 1 livery. I don't really have words right now. I'm finally very fortunate enough to finally have this beautiful state livery for my collection. Well, this aircraft in particular, I actually have California 1 already, and I'll go into further details on why I have 2 California 1s now. But overall, I'm just beyond excited to finally have the NG version of this special livery from Southwest. Man, I don't really have no words, I'll say. So without being said, let's get into the box review, and then we're gonna unbox the model from there. So without being said, let's get into that. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right here we have the NG Models 1 front-end scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the California 1 livery. I don't really have words right now. I'm finally grateful to finally have CALI 1 on the 800 in my collection. This is a really special state livery for me. Of course, I live in the state of California, the Golden State, so it's really worth having this model in particular for my collection. I actually do have the California 1 on the 737-700 with blended winglets that JJ Skippy got me from Airliners International 2024. That's a good model, but it is really outdated since that aircraft was already repainted into the Heart livery. But this model in particular, I'm just no words. I'm finally grateful. I'm just very happy to finally have this in my collection, really representing my home state of California. Man, this is really exciting right here. So I think this came out on NG's August 2024 release set, if I'm correct. They also released the Delta Team USA 8050, which I'm also trying to hopefully get in the future. But other than that, I'm really grateful to finally have this in my collection. Another state livery. Well, technically this is like my second California 1, but I'm really glad to have the 800 version for my collection. So you got the Boeing 737-800 titles right there, you got the California 1 titles, you got the CGI image of the aircraft, you got the California bear representing the bear flag alongside the red star and the grass right there. Really nice box design from NG Models. They really did a good job on adding the Southwest colors from yellow, red, and blue, and then you got the gray line right there, and then kind of fading in, you got pretty much the bear flag right there representing California's flag. So you got the Southwest Airlines logo right there, you got the Boeing licensed product and all your trademarks right there. 1 front scale collectible model, diecast melt, and the registration of this aircraft is November 8653 Alpha. I got to see California 1 on the 800 a dozen of times, and I think I have a good, I only have one good photo of California 1 while I was plane spotting, so I got California 1 on my camera while I was at plane spotting at Sacramento. It was kind of around noon time, so the shot was back there, but other than that, here's that photo. And overall, I think I did a good job on catching California 1 while she was landing on runway 35 left at Sacramento International Airport. So yeah, Now I now have a California 1 737-800 photo in my collection there. Well, in my photo album already, alongside November 943 Whiskey November, which was the California 1 on the 737-700. So yeah, just super excited to finally have this once again. And yeah, it's a really special state livery for me. Once again, me living in California, I'm really glad to have this in my collection. So you got the bottom side with a white background, you got the CGI image of the aircraft right there. Southwest Airlines logo, you got like a white over there, and then it fades to blue right there. You got the top logo right there, so just like the top of the box. You got the various red, yellow, and gray line, and then you got this side right here, another side. There's no NG Miles logo here for some reason. Well, I don't really know. Oh, actually, it says right here, next generation model. I'm not sure why they ended up like going for this next generation model type deal, right? They're just like text instead of like the logo itself. But the back is pretty much the same. You got all the various warning hazards right there. You got their social media pages right there. There's the Boeing licensed product right there. And the item number of this model is 58211. Whew! Really excited for this, ladies and gentlemen. California 1 is coming into my collection. More in particular, the 737-800. So, really glad to have this. So, I now have Illinois 1, Tennessee 1, New Mexico 1, and this state livery. Oh man, this is really exciting. Now, I've been envisioning in my head that I wanted NG Miles to do California 1 for a long time. Unfortunately, they cannot do it on the 700, which I don't know why, despite the aircraft being fitted with split scimitars in 2022. But the 800 will do, since that's now on this aircraft right here. So, oh man, I'm just super excited for this. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as I take out the box, oh man, there she is. Wow. And as I take out the box, well, the CRP. So here's my CRP. This is in the March 2024 format right here. A really interesting CRP, but I think I may have gotten this before, so kind of like not new to me. Oh man, here we go. California 1. Oh man. Yes. Oh man, I don't have words. I'm making sure that nothing is broken, nothing is loose, so the wings are good. Horizontal stabilizers, and how about the tail? Oh man, do we have any antennas on the top? Oh man, it's intact, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, wow. CALI 1 on the 800. What is this? Oh my gosh, this looks absolutely incredible. I don't really have words, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just like, oh man, this is absolutely amazing from NG Models. Wow, this is really now a reality. Wow, NG CALI 1. It's a reality. That's all I can say. This is a beautiful model. This is a beautiful state livery for me. And overall, NG did a phenomenal job on this model right here. So, welcome California 1 737-800 to my collection. And here's the NG Models 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the California 1 livery. Wow, this is absolutely beautiful, and I don't even have words. This is a beautiful model from NG Models. Yeah, it's just almost like, it's just perfection. That's all I can really say. It's just absolute perfection. Well, not really exactly 100% perfection, but 99.9% perfection. But this is just really, really cool. Like, I don't really have words. Well done, NG Models on California 1, and I'm really happy to finally have the 800 in my collection. It'll really go well with my 700 I have from Gemini Jet. So, let's get started with the model review. So, you got the cockpit windows right there, and then you got the nose shape of the aircraft. Looking very nice. I think NG Models did a perfect job on, like, representing the nose of the 737. You got the radome right there. You got your pitot tube details right there. You got the nose landing gear, and the nose landing gear door containing part of the aircraft ship number right there. You got the California 1 tiles right there. You got your L1 boarding door and your Southwest heart. Alongside with that, you got the red star on the California flag right there, so it's well printed, I'll say. Looking very nice right there. You got some stagboard details right there. You got your bottom antennas. There's your windows right there. Also very well printed. Moving on to the middle area of the aircraft, you got your emergency exit doors right there, and then you got the bear flag right there, the California, like the bear on the Californian flag, which is there because, like, once again, this is representing the bear flag, because like this has been on California's like logo, well, state flag, for about like many dozens of years, and then kind of like changed it up a bit, because like they changed it up to make it look like this. So looking very nice. Here's the CFM 56-7B engines right there. You got like the bear's leg right there, and then some grass right there. Now if I line it up just right, you can see that the leg connects to like the upper like front leg on the bear itself. So kind of creates that optical illusion where if you place it on this side, it'll look like this, but you gotta like be at the exact middle in order to line the leg on the bear just right. So looking very nice right there, and I kind of like that unique design for this state livery right there. Moving on, you got the main landing gears right there, and then you got the split scimitar winglets. I think the split scimitars look okay from on NG's behalf, as you can see. It's well proportional. I mean, like some might say that the bottom scimitar is a bit big, but I digress. I still think it looks nice. Moving on to some wing details. So here are the wing details right there. You got your various like emergency exit indicators. So there's your emergency exit indicators right there. This is where people would slide down. You got some coastal fuel frost details right there. Printed details in that case. You got your engine pylon slat details, aileron details, and all your various spoiler details and flap fairing details right there. Yeah, I also want to mention the flaps too, but that's there. You want to be gentle with it. Alright, so as I zoom in. Alright, so here are your top antennas right there. Here's your Wi-Fi dome of the aircraft right there. And then you got the back antenna right there. Now what I do like is that there's like this, what do I call it? Like, how would you call this? There's like a dent over there. There's like a indication of like the fuselage separating the aircraft's belly. I like that detail from NG models right there. So great work, NG models, on this like level of detail right there. Small details, and NG can really nail that part. Here's your bottom antennas right there. So looking very nice right there. They're just placed in the belly. Oops. And then moving on to the back area of the aircraft, kind of like close to the empennage, you got the aircraft registration, November 8653 Alpha. And then you got the aircraft ship number right there alongside with the L2 door. And then you got the red area right there. So this is like the red that you see at the bottom of the state flag right there. And then moving on to the empennage area of the aircraft, you got your APU and the horizontal stabilizers. And I think this could be like the tail holder of the aircraft, just in case. Like, cause I would also see some 737s with the tail holder right there, so I think that's where they place it. And yeah, that's like the reason for, that's the purpose from over here. Like the purpose of that, so they can place the tail holder over there. And then moving on to the tail section of the aircraft, you got the Southwest Airlines logo right there, and then you got the US flag. Surprisingly enough, that the blue actually looks more accurate compared to like the previous blue. I think I have New Mexico 1 and Emua 1, and apparently the blue looked a bit darker, and yeah, they kind of transitioned into like that kind of blue with their 700 heart liveries. But this one appears more accurate, as you can see. I think I have Maryland 1 and then Colorado 1 with this kind of like design. So I think NG models, I hope they can like do a re-release of the 800 or 700 and have this kind of blue. But this is a more accurate blue right there, so as you can see, at least it's in this California 1 livery. And then yeah, hopefully they can transpire that into some other Southwest releases. They do. So you got the Southwest tiles right there and the US flag at the dorsal fin right there. This is just an awesome livery. No words can really describe how happy I am to have this. Moving on to the front section, a very nice front section. You got some various like fan details right there. So great work, NG, on the fan details of the 737 on the CFM engines. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft right there. Let me just like get the aircraft entirely in the frame. So here's the starboard section of the plane. You got your R doors right there, of course, R1 and R2 door. And then you got the forward cargo bin, which is right there. And then you got the aft cargo bin, which is somewhere right there. Kind of like somewhere over there, but it's not sure if you can really see it despite there being a red, like the red area, like the red paint applied into this area. But on that, still nice state livery. And then yeah, you can, I'm not sure if you can see the cargo door, but I digress. But still, great work on the printing right there. Moving on to a top view of the aircraft, so as you can see, so here's the top view of the aircraft. Nice details right there, and then of course you got your antennas right there. Now I'm not sure if this is actually present, but maybe it might be present on the state livery, but I'm noticing some grooves at like the very tip or like the edges of the green grass. So that's nice level of detail. I think that's present on the actual livery itself, but really cool that NG Models was able to replicate that on this model right here, despite being in 1/400 scale. Moving on to the bottom section, I do want to like do it a bit slowly. So here's the bottom section of the plane. You got your Southwest Heart logo right there. You got your various details right there, alongside with the cutout on where the main landing gear should be. And then you got all your various like panel details. Now, of course, this aircraft does not have a stand hole. However, on NG's Max 10 mold, it does have a stand hole. So I'm eager to see if I can try to get that United Max 10 in 1/400 scale from NG. So I can see a stand hole on a 737 mold from NG. So, but that's really cool. But other than that, I digress. I mean, it's a small model either way. And they've been using that mold ever since. But anyway, I digress. So here's a front view of the aircraft, looking very nice. I do like the fact that the cockpit windows are straight. And then moving on to the back section of the aircraft, here is the back section right there. So overall, wow, NG Models. I can't really believe I finally have CALI 1 in my collection on the 737-800 from NG. They really perfect it. Literally, oh man, this is absolutely amazing. I don't really have words, but I'm really happy to finally have California 1 in my collection, and overall, this is just a phenomenal job from NG Models. So, great work NG Models on California 1, and hopefully I can use this in some future updates or airport updates I do in the future. But on that, really glad to have CALI 1 in my collection. Now, before I move on to the conclusion, I was also like inspecting the box, and it had another pamphlet paper right there. So this is what it says. So it's kind of like a warning that you should not like hold the fuselage with your whole palm, otherwise you might get hurt because of the 3-dimensional antennas. So yeah, the antennas that are present on this aircraft, yeah, that's kind of like a warning. But other than that, still a good model. That I don't really have words. Still a good model, and overall great work NG Models on doing California 1 in 1/400 scale. So that is it for today's video, so I'm gonna move on to the conclusion and give you my final thoughts on this model right here. So with that being said, let's get into the conclusion. What a beautiful model from NG Models right here, and what a beautiful state livery to really represent my home state. Wow, this is just really cool. I'm really glad to have the California 1 800 in my collection. Once again, it'll go well with my 700 from Gemini Jets, and overall, this is just a phenomenal job from NG. The colors are on point. They finally got the blue correct on the Southwest Airlines tail. And overall, I'm really glad to have CALI 1 arriving to my collection on the 800 variant. So, phenomenal job from NG Models right here, and I'm really glad to have this in my collection. And yeah, this is a model that I would highly recommend, especially for all you Southwest fans. It's just an amazing model right here. So great work NG Models, and I'm looking forward to hopefully feature this aircraft in some of my airport updates I do in the future. So that's it for today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And if you want to see more of my model playing content, then you can click on that playlist and you can see all my model playing videos from unboxings, reviews, and a whole lot more. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.